So there's actually something crazy going on with Bitcoin right now, something super interesting, something that I think once you see it, you'll be like, wow, Bitcoin is so much more predictable than I actually thought. There's no need for me to be panicking. There's no need for me to go through all these emotions. It is so easy. Now, if anybody ever tells you that, if anybody ever tells you, hey, I can time the tops and the bottoms, don't listen to them unless they are me, okay? Because I got the track record, right? We definitely sold right here. I was definitely calling for the tops right there. I was calling that, hey, we're going down lower, right? And here's the thing. All of these things were extremely easy to predict. But the thing is, we're at a moment now where it's become a little bit harder, right? And the reason why is because, let me go back to this chart right here. By the way, I don't know where your level is in terms of trading or charting or anything. Don't just ignore everything that you see on the screen. Okay, just ignore everything. Things are a lot easier than they may look. Okay, I'm not gonna overcomplicate anything. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, you see that resistance right here, that red line. It was very easy to call the top right here because we were rejecting it and we came down. It was very easy to say that, hey, this is a pull, this is a flag, and then we go lower, right? And the measured move is basically the same amount of time, the same line here. We do the same thing here, and basically I would expect us to close around here, the weekly. So we do go lower, is what I would expect. That stuff is easy, right? Same with the moving averages. So many reasons, confluences of why we were supposed to be going down, right? That stuff is easy. Now what becomes hard is now we're already down here 50% down. Now we're already 50% down. So now it's like a scenario of, hey, do we go up and super cycle happens, or do we go into a deeper bear market and we hit another 50% drop to 30 something thousand dollars? Okay, is it 50-50? No, it's still not 50-50. Okay, it's not 50% we go up or 50% chance we go down. No, it's not. Actually, once we were up here, we had maybe an 80% chance, 80% chance that we go down, and a 20% chance that we go up. Now that ratio is kind of went like this. It's not equal, but it's like this. Maybe it's 70% chance we go down and 30% chance we go back up. Here's how you know. You don't even have to do anything like that. Here's how you kind of know. Not financial advice. But if you go, I'm going to go on this chart right here. So this is Bitcoin on let's go on the weekly for now. What you want to do is if you're looking, so if you're looking at the chart like this, how normal people look at the chart, it looks like obviously we're going down. You can't really draw much lines. You can't really do much stuff. But if you go like that and you widen it, to where it kind of looks like we're just going across. If you do something like this, you're able to draw out, boom, a channel like this, right? So if you go from our all-time high into our low right here and you draw out a channel, right? From this low to that low, from that high to that high, you'll see something kind of interesting. If you go on the daily, you'll really see it. Let's go on the daily. Is that this timed our bottom perfectly. Right here, this recent bottom at $59,000 or 60K, this was perfectly timed. You know what else perfectly timed? Is our top recently here at 98K, right? Timed that perfectly. Same here, this bottom, $80,000, right? Okay, you know what else is about to time perfectly? Most likely is that this is what we're going to do. Is that we're going to go boom, 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 boom. It's going to look like we're going higher, just like we did here. What we did here is we came all the way down to $80,000, but still we were at 98. People thought we were going back up to all-time highs. And then we lost it, right? Look, actually, literally look, check it out. What happened? Let's look. We went up there. The next candle we closed under. We rejected, came down, rejected, tested a support, come up, came back, and we lost it. Okay, we're going to come back up to see, and now basically to retest it, and we rejected. We went up, but we rejected. Boom, bear candle, engulfed all of that. What happens next? Lower, right? We come down to the 50% mark, which is that dotted line right there of our resistance and support. We bounced off, lost it. Lower, okay? So now it's the same thing. Now it's the same thing as, hey, we've found support here, so now we can probably do something like this, hit that, and then go lower to $45,000. I know you don't like to hear that, but it's okay. It is okay. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. We were at 69K and we went all the way down to 15. Do you think people like that? No, they didn't, but it doesn't matter what you like. People ask me, do you really think that Bitcoin is going to go down that low? It doesn't matter what I think. What matters is it possible? And yes, it's not just possible, but highly probable, right? And it's not just 45K. My target is 45K, but that's because I don't want to time the bottom. I really actually believe it's going to go to the 30s, okay? My target is 45K. That's where I would try to put in a little bit of sprinkle, right? But again, 30s, 33,000, something like that. Let me not get too that's just for other videos of targets and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is this, is that if you go on the 4 hour, right, you'll see that we've already started to bounce off there. See, we came up, we bounced off, we come down, and now like that's basically what's gonna happen. So we're gonna do this. Here's the thing. Here's how you know if this is gonna work or not. How you know is quite literally is for as long as we stay here, it's working. The moment it breaks out, right, and it makes higher highs, this is when it's like, hey, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna go back in, all right, and then okay, cool, we can go higher, right, and it's not that hard to go right back to 126K. I know it seems far away, but it's not that hard for Bitcoin to do that. But here's the thing: as of right now, we're in this channel and we haven't broken out of it. We won't be looking to like call a bottom until we basically break out. We have to get out of this bear channel, and then we bottom, and then we start a new bull channel. That's how it works. See, we break out, new bottom, and then new channel upwards. What happened last cycle? We were in this bear channel coming down. What happened? Look, we did this little, if I were to draw this line like this, right? We did what looked like a bear flag and for us to go lower, but we actually just came right out. We didn't drop all the way down. No, we stayed here. We just boop, came out. We went up, come down. We tested it again, basically, and then we just went to the side. We just went. Literally, that's it. We just went to the side. We're like, okay, that's it. Like we exited. We exited that home, and we're just chilling now, waiting for the bus to pick us up. And it, in fact, did. What happened after it picked us up, right? Is that it came back, retested, and then what happens? This is where everybody gets it wrong, is that it comes up and it looks like, okay, higher highs, everybody gets in, and then boom, it doesn't just come back to the support, but it comes back way under to where if any logical person was looking at this, you would think that's it, like we're going down, right? But literally the very next candles, boom, and then that's it. This is when you know, like, plus, like that's it, we're good. So the idea is, but if you're buying here though, you won't get so caught up in the emotions. If you're buying here and it drops here, you know how much of a drop that is if you're buying this high thinking it's gonna go higher. This is still a freaking 35% drop. You're gonna be scared. It's better to just DCA, dollar cost average, a little bit, but then you put in all of that stuff here once it exits the bear channel. Boom. Even if it exited here and you still bought and not down here, that's still only a 20% drop versus 30 or 50 or anything like that, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to say here is bear markets are profitable and lucrative for the people who are able to survive. Both bulls and bears get screwed over in bear markets. Bulls get screwed over because they're still holding at a loss, and bears get screwed over because they're trying to time the bottom and they keep on, every time they do it, it goes lower and then they exit and then they lose their money. The idea is that you need to survive. You need to preserve your capital so that you can get in at the generational buying times when nobody wants to buy anymore. That's it. That's literally it. Whether we do it here and we buy, or we get out here and we buy, I don't care where it's at. The point is, I am ready at the moment that I see it actually happens. Okay, the moment we actually break out somewhere, and that I will buy. Okay, I'm just saying that. Okay, but like, where can that be? Where would that be? Is probably around $30,000. And what I see happening is once we cross under like 55,000, right? Once we go under 55,000, that's it. Where's 55K? Once we get under 55K, we're going to go drop all the way down. That's the thing. We're going to do it fast. I actually called this on in a group chat that I'm in, is that I literally told him, I was like, hey, once we get under here, see this 84K range, we're going to just fall fast. And we did. We fell super fast. Why? It's because of these volume bars right here. You see these volume bars, right? We were here for a long time. You see these big volume bars, right? Once you exit out of that, these ones are super small, so price goes super fast down there because there's not much volume, price volume. Buyers and sellers don't live there as much. But here, this is really big. In fact, almost actually bigger than these. Therefore, we're probably going to spend a long time here. And once we break down from it, we're going to fall super quick, right down here to 40K or something like that, right? And this is a very small amount of volume. So this is our biggest volume. This is our point of control, this huge one right here. And where does that fall under is 27K, 30K. I doubt that we're really going to come down there. I don't want it to happen, but everything's possible with Bitcoin. You know, 76% drop this cycle, 80% drop this cycle, only 50 this time. Thanks for watching.